I have a workshop for a video, and in this video we are going to do some slight Dyson fettling with some spare parts that I have been asked to fit. Let's get going! Yes, hello my vacuum cleaner chums, how are you today? It is quite nice to not be knelt on the floor and to have an actual workshop to do some bits and bobs in. So what am I doing while Mr. HooverLux is busy elsewhere? Well, I have some Dyson spares and he has asked me to fix one of his back wall machines. Which one? Well, it is this. Ooh. Dyson DC07, all floors in not terrible condition. This colour is horrific for fading. They are terrible. I have scrapped loads just because they go so brittle and nasty. This isn't too bad, really. There's a little bit of fading, but compared to what they can be, it is not too bad. We have some new filters, a new internal hose, and a wheel and axle kit. And I was given a clutch, but I don't think it needs that. Let's see what it's like at the minute. So let's turn it on first and check it actually works. The cyclone's a little bit reluctant to go on, but he did say it wasn't the best condition. Let's plug it in. And it does work very well, although initially it didn't contact the floor, but then it did, so that internal hose is definitely not quite right. And suction wise, there is nothing wrong with this either, so this should be quite easy. So we'll take the cyclone off and pop it down here. And in fact we'll take the hose off as well, so that doesn't keep flopping about. The hose is very clean. The HooverLux keeps his hoses good by the looks of it. Oh. We have a U-bend from a different machine, which he said, I think I've got this coloured bit. Right, where are some screwdrivers? Here is, they're not the right size. Oh, I don't know where anything is. Hang on. Aha. No. Oh, that'll do. I don't know where anything is. I don't have my tools. So let's pop this off. Ooh. Those soul plate wheels aren't in the best condition. We'll have a look at those in a minute. And here we have the brush rod. Now, I have here a Dyson belt removal tool, which is much better condition than my very heavily used one. So we'll get a proper look at the clutch. That's not too bad. We'll tidy that up in a minute. And what I want to do first is take off very, very carefully. I need a smaller screwdriver. Let's take off just to give us some more access. And oh look, you can see where it's not been fully cleaned. We'll have a look at that. That is the internal hose, looking a bit scrap, so we'll bin that. Let's have a look at this clutch then. I don't think there's anything wrong with the clutch, although, oh, there is. Crikey. Right, no, we are going to have to take the clutch out because the white wheel has melted. Now, where might I find the correct size Torx screwdriver? Here. So we'll take the clutch off. Clutch cover off anyway. In fact, actually before we take the clutch cover off. Ooh, I hate doing these. Especially this colour. Luckily I can break the actual clutch itself rather than the clutch cover. Come on. There we go. Do not like taking this colour apart. Oh, HooverLux, why do you do this to me? Oh look, I can rest it backwards. Eventually. Let me just get the last screw out. There we go, there's that screw. Marvellous. Yes, I said that this was working fine, but the white wheel inside there is fully and utterly destroyed. So I'll put that to one side. Now, while we're in here, I'm just going to get a damp cloth. Hang on. We have one off camera. There we go, we'll give this seal a bit of a lick, like so. There we go, that can go back on, just to help while we're under here. And there's also lots of polish residue all over this poor defenceless Dyson. I can get the seal back on now. I normally take this part off to do this, don't I? Gulp. This will teach me for doing things half-hearted. I think we're going to be better off taking this whole bit apart. No, we're not. Oh, I don't know. I'll put that on later off camera because we don't need to do that. What there is though, all over this, it's paint. No, it's not polish residue, it's paint. Gosh. There's not a great deal I can do about paint, but we can clean this off a bit nicer. Get that all looking a bit more lovely. There we go. Now these sole plate wheels, I don't think I can do much about them really, because again they're full of paint. Do I have, gosh, no, they're side cutters. Ah, here's some pliers. No, I can't, they are jammed on and I don't think I can do anything with those. They need to be replaced. No, we're not getting anywhere with this. Oh, no, they are moving, hang on. No, they are fit for replacement I think, so we're just going to put these back on. Oh dear, we're not doing very well, are we folks? I have to see if Dorian's got some more wheels perhaps a little bit later on. Right, I'm going to fiddle this seal back in, but I don't think I'm going to be able to do it. I didn't think about this when I popped it off. you know, it's going to be a lot easier if we pop these two circuits off either side. Lift off the cleaner head itself. Pop this seal off. And then remove the whole thing. Oh, there we go. From the machine like so. Here we go. Come on, there we go, right, nice and done. With that, a bit more of a wipe down now. And then we can fit this seal a bit more easily. There we go. Lovely, although it's still a little bit dirty. There we are. I'm back on with it really. Oh, state of that. No, not back on it yet. This bit should be clean if possible. The old carriage plate, because that is what the rubber seal slides up and down on, so if it's not clean you do get impaired suction. There we go. Give this rubber seal a quick clean over. And that can go back on there, like so. Marvellous. So this next thing we need to do is we do need to fit that clutch. So we'll give this a quick wipe down in all the areas that you can't normally get to when it's together. There we go. Lay the machine down. And pop the head on and then back over. Yes. So we do have what looks like a brand new genuine Dyson clutch here. Which, as it turns out, is very needed indeed. Pop that on there, give the clutch cover, there's the last screw, a bit of a wipe down. Oh, this machine could do with being done properly, you know, Mr. HooverLux, because I know you'll be watching this at some point to see what I've been getting up to. He's having a shower, I think, at the minute. All the excitement. Now, where did that... Ah, there's that screw, because I haven't got any spares on me today. Is that magnetised? Yes, it is. Where did I put the other two? There I put them. And 3 like so. Next we'll open up our brand new internal hose and screw it on to this part here. Hang on, that'll do. Then pop the hose onto where it belongs. Marvellous. We'll tweak that up in a minute, although I think it's actually going to be okay. Pop the end caps on. While we go, get some of the little, there's only a few little bits of carpet thread on here, nothing too bad. Let's open up the end caps, which usually hide a world of sins. But on this, apart from a little bit of fluff in there, they're not too bad. It's obviously seen water at some point. I don't think I have access to a hammer. He's taken all of his hammers. He doesn't let me have a hammer. Oh dear, what do you think I'm going to do, Jordan? Use the side of your workbench instead, but I can't even do that. So the best I can really do is pick all the fluff out, and I'm going to have to leave that as it is. Because it does spin. I would have loved to grease the bearings, but I can't. Ooh. Smash. Right, we'll lift up the belt, which is going to be incredibly difficult. I'm going to have to lay the thing down for a second. You're not be able to see too well. There's not much space back here as he makes out. I've got to push against the machine, you see. Because these belts are now brand new. This tool, although it makes it easier, it doesn't make it completely easy. There we go. The new brush roll should knock it into shape. Very nicely indeed. Oh no, his tool was broken. Ow. That's a shame, that's bent that. Oh yeah, bent it back. It's been a bad batch of these, somebody else has had that problem as well. Oh well, put the base plate back on. Do up the screw. And the next thing that he asked us to do is replace the wheels, because the axle is bent. So I've lost one circuit, but I saw where it went, so that's okay. Cool. I've never had this back before. Come on. Oh, I'm just knocking it down everywhere. There we go. Yes, oh, there's a big dead spider. How delightful. One bent wheel and axle kit. So, oh, no, we need a Stanley knife. I see those, there it is, we've been using it all day. In fact, that's not the one. This one, because I put a nice new blade in it earlier. So there we go. Now, someone has helpfully sellotaped the circlips on for reasons I'm not entirely sure about. But annoyingly, that means I've got to peel it off, because otherwise it ain't gonna roll. I'll do the other one as well. Cry when I think about how many of these wheel sets I've binned because not got any use for it. Ah, there's the two washers as well. Lovely. Pop that sellotape there. Take the circlip off. But yeah, I can leave that circlip there for now. Oh, I did spot a little tub of grease, which is ever so handy. Oh, look, he's even got a little paintbrush. Oh, la-di-da, eh? Don't have a little paintbrush on my channel, we got a stick. one nice wheel set. Pop that in the bin. Where have I put the washers? There's the washers. Right here. Little smidge of grease on this bit. Pop the other wheel on. Stick the circlip in. There we go. And stick the lovely new end caps onto the wheel like so. And that is the bottom end. Pretty much rebuilt, although we haven't tweaked it yet. Just give this a bit of a wipe down. Do the whole machine. I might see if I can find some polish in a bit, so we can make it look a little bit shinier. Right, this is an earlier machine, so it only has the single tab on the front. There's an air freshener. This isn't one of mine, is it? Oh, there's an air freshener and an original, because it's stuck on, post motor filter. And we have a nice new post motor HEPA filter. Ooh, posh. No post pad for you, young Mr. Dyson brush control. Oh, hang on, there's a bit of gravel in there. Let's dig out Henry with a dusting brush and a tool. Lovely. So I'll pop that in there. Pop this in here. While we're down here, he said he wanted the pre-motor filter changed, but there is nothing wrong with that at all. But because he wanted it changed, we'll keep that one and fit his new one, because obviously he is the boss. We should do as he says. We won't do what he says because that is a DC04. Why is that a DC04? Because he's got a DC14 filter kit. And the pre-filter looks the same. The post filter looks the same. The pre-filter does not. But luckily, it's not actually needed. So we'll take off the middle seal. Give in here a bit of a wipe down. He hasn't got a DC14, so I can't actually do anything with that. Actually, yeah, he's got DC15, it'll fit that, that's alright. I'll have to tell him in a minute when he comes up. So there we go, we'll do that. We'll fit this. What I'm also going to very quickly do is pop out the release valve and clean up the cap, because the cap is filthy, and you can see that through the machine. There we go, look. A little quick and dirty clean up right here. Give this seal a bit of a tickle. And we are actually pretty much done. Let me just tidy up a little bit so I don't get confused, because I'm not in my own home, so to speak. And plug it back in as well. Pop cyclone back on, and we'll check it still works. Crikey, that's gluing itself, this little bit of carpet. I think we should go over there and try it out properly. Do you know what, after all that, I still feel more at home on the floor. Funny how you get used to things, isn't it? So we'll pop the U-bend back on. We'll pop the hose on. Pop the wand on. Give it a little go. Now that is not bad, but we need to just tweak this internal hose's position ever so slightly to make maximum contact with the floor. And it's picked up. If you've watched Mr. HooverLux's channel, we put some sand down earlier, and look, this has picked up quite a lot of it. So we've best clean this bin up as well. So we've best get the bin cleaned up now that we've made it a big old mess. Put these wheels in the bin, because they're done. We can also now put the clutch cover back on, because I always like to leave that off until I'm 100% sure but we are done with it. Yeah, look at all that sand that it's picked up out the carpet. That was from the Goblin video. Oh. Let's change tools. I need an upholstery tool for young pink pneumatic here. Mr. Dorian's bent back, as I'm sure you know. Marvellous. Give this a bit of a wipe down. There we go, so it can work very well, but we also need to make it look very nice because these are all ornaments. These are Mr. HooverLux obviously has them all behind him on every video, so we need to make them look their best. That's that. Give this a wipe down as well. And I'm going to try something that, if I can find it, where's that gone? Aha! Something the other collectors are always saying about, which is WD-40. And apparently WD-40 on the inside of a Dyson bin, lots and lots of it, and then you need to let it sit. Wow. Put a bit more on. Obviously this isn't going to get very heavy use, so it doesn't matter too much. All we want it to do is look very pretty as it sits in front of us all for 3 days a week. On Mr. HooverLux's channel. And this should now sit looking very pretty indeed, because the bin is more see-through. There we go. It probably looks even better on the camera. Now, very quickly, ooh, yes, he has black light. I love black light. I use it on my cars a lot. We'll give this. Oh, I forgot how nice it smells. We'll give this a bit of a rub. A little bit of a polish, although it's not really polishing as such. It's just adding a very deep shine, although that does actually need a little bit of polish. What else has he got? He's got multi-purpose stuff. I don't know, I want some polish, man. Where's this sit? Ah, he's got plastic polish. Well, no, that might do. There's just some little paint marks. I would quite like to get off before it goes back on its wall and I have to look at it 3 times a week. Wow. That's coming off a treat. This mother's plastic polish. There we go. This won't take long. And I suppose I've only really actually got to do the front of it because that's all we're ever going to see. So, just a little bit. Yeah, there's paint all over this. Don't think this has actually been refurbished yet, as such. Ah, nice. Plush buffing cloth, that's what we want. Oh, that's better. Marvellous. Oh, that even fits better as well. Let's just wipe this down. And there we go, folks. A very quick and dirty how to fettle and fit a few replacement parts to a Dyson DC07 all floors. I've pulled the bin over now. Whoops. Let's pick that up before he comes back. Oh, there's a knot in the cable. That's very silly. There we go, that will do. From the front, it looks lovely. I think I shall move on to the next one because it also needs to look just a little bit shinier than it does because these are all used. They are all a bit dirty. Although not too bad. This one's covered in, this one's got a hole in it. So yeah, I think I shall go through these and we'll get them looking as nice as this one now does. See you in a bit. Oh, the state of this. I just had another check SD card error, but it's fine because I had just finished what I was saying. So these behind the scenes. Look, hello my vacuum cleaner chums. We have done this one, and this one. We haven't done that one, or that one. This one is apparently going off to be fully refurbished, not to myself though. I guess we should probably give, well, that one's actually fine. We should probably give these two a tickle at some point soon. But yes, they do look a fair bit better, so hopefully, when we are watching Mr. Dorian, they might be a tad cleaner. Let's carry on, because I'm quite enjoying this. Put you back in there. Hope I don't get another SD card error. And I think we should probably start. Let's pull one of the 33s out. Oh, it's a long way back here. Because these have been used very much. You can see the bin. It's pretty disgusting. So let's take it off. Gosh. Give it a bit of a vacuum. This is coming up better already just from doing this. We have a cat. Hello, kitty. Marvellous. Hello, puss. Come on. I know, I'm being growled at by a cat who knows that I'm not its rightful owner. Hopefully he's not about to attack me and hurt me a lot. I know I would if I was a cat. Meow! Woof! Moo! No, not a care in the world, folks. Which is... I don't know, I don't speak cat. Barely speak English. Count yourself lucky, that. You need to do all this before your owner comes in. Yeah, a nice surprise. There we go. I think that should just about do us. God, it's got cobwebs on it. How long has it been since you've used this, I wonder? This crevice, this crevice tool doesn't fit in properly. Oh, that's fine under there. No need to worry about that. Give this one last buff. Marvellous. Gosh, I'm running out of space now. That's better. And we can put this one back. And say we have done 4, and that is all. So, hope you've enjoyed my little pottery video. Got some more stuff to film tomorrow. I'm here for a couple of days. I have some machines of my own just down there, which we will have a look at and have a fix. But until then, thank you very much for watching, and I shall see you soon. Bye bye.